Oh, I got another copium. I got a giga copium. I'm gonna put it here. Mage blood. Pretty cope, Batman. Yes, pretty cope. I will be the first to acknowledge how extremely cope Mega Blood is. But I'm putting it in.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Rogers, Game Director on Path of Exile 2, and welcome to GGG Live.
Hi there, Editing Lily here, just to let you know that there were some audio issues at the beginning of my stream. You may have noticed it in the clips before this, but I accidentally had GGG stream turned a little bit too loud. This means that you cannot actually hear my reaction to things for like the first 5 minutes of the live. So I tried to fix that with audio editing, but I can't really do that when everything's on the same track, because I've got a kind of janky recording setup at the moment. So instead, I'm just going to kind of like voice over my reactions. Now, I am disabled and feeling unwell and very low on energy and doing this from bed, so you're going to hear me being like very unexcited for pretty exciting things. That is because I am dubbing over what I said in the past. Don't worry about it. Don't think too hard about it. That's okay.
Those in darkness once lay dormant, now return. We who came before rise again. Behold, the first edict.
No way! The origins of divinity! You arbiter-fied? What is this? Whoa, mage blood? No way, mage blood? I called it. The fucking Genesis tree, god damn it. Okay, I'm hyped. Runes of Alter. This is a brand new league. What? They said they weren't going to do more new leagues until 1.0. Boat league! It's a boat league!
Hunt like it's your last.
Continue the search. See what you can find.
Atlas classes? What? Wild Temple to Core, yep.
Listen,
15 pinnacle bosses? Holy Jeebus. Oh, that looks sick. Spirit Walker. Okay, sick. Martial Artist. Third Monk Ascendancy. And then I don't know what I said, so this dub sucks.
to face us is to
So much hype.
In the Runes of Eldur League, you will encounter a man being attacked by the undead in Clearfell. After saving him, he introduces himself as Pharaoh, a young blacksmith trying to bring back the ancient art of Ezomite runesmithing.
That's
He
pretty
has been
cool.
collating his discoveries in a tome and is keen to show you how runesmithing works. By inscribing symbols on these
We do it
ancient
in ways
Ezomite
actually.
remnants,
That's weird.
you can create all manner of old magics. Unfortunately, on doing so, the corpses of the
How's
nearby
that?
undead are revived and infused with some of the latent power,
Probably a bit
making
low.
for a difficult
You got
fight.
80%. How's that?
After defeating these monsters, Pharaoh realizes that runesmithing is a dangerous business, and he is going to need the help of someone a little more martially
Much better,
inclined
cool.
to discover these secrets. He lends you his tome and asks that you note down anything you discover when you return to him. In each area in the Runes of Eldur League, you will find a remnant, and as you approach it, you will notice that some symbols are already present, and some are waiting for you to fill them in.
Wait, this is bestiary. This is
Depending
just
on which
bestiary,
symbols
actually.
are already present, you will have different options for which items you can create using this magic.
This is
For
bestiary.
example,
Verisium.
after the fight, break the remnant to receive the item you craft.
Verisium?
As you get higher level, you will start
sorry,
to find
Verisium?
remnants with more slots for more runes, allowing you to
How
craft
will you
rarer
address
items.
the elephant that is Verisium?
As the number of slots increases though, more waves of monsters will be added. Some recipes can get pretty large, requiring 6, 7,
Ayo.
or even 8 runes. If you can bring him more Verisium, he'll be
There we
able to
go.
use it to smith power into any armor, granting you Runic Ward, the power harnessed by the Kalgurans since ancient times.
Wait, they're adding ward?
Runic Ward is a new resource that protects you from death. Should you run out of life, your Runic Ward will kick in, sustaining your body until your life can return. There are even some that add new modifiers to uniques entirely, making them much more viable for higher level play. But the Kalgurans use Runic Ward for more than just a defense. It can also be used
I
to
don't know how
power
I
many
feel
other
about
magics.
Runic Ward.
Instead of using gems created from corruption, the Kalgurans used runes of power and fueled them with Runic Ward. Many of the options available from remnant crafting are new types of Kalguran skills that exclusively spend
Okay, that's
Runic
kinda
Ward
cool.
to wreak havoc. An example is Triskelion Cascade. Using it will cause your next spell to be triggered multiple times in a Triskelion pattern. You can
Pretty
use it
cool.
with skills like Ice Nova that you cast from yourself,
That's pretty cool.
or with something you target at a distance, like Comet.
I don't know how I feel
There
about
are also skills to
ward as a
modify existing
defense,
effects
but
using
as
Runic
a
magic,
resource, I like it.
Frost Flame Nova. With this technique, many low-level unique weapons can be upgraded to do significantly more
fuck
damage.
yes.
Now, we've been able to take a bunch of uniques that had interesting modifiers, but were not in-game viable, and give them a bit of a boost to get there. And it's not just low-level uniques. All Kalguran uniques are able to be runeforged this way too, and they can do some pretty interesting
fuck
things.
yes.
Like Searle's Grit, a new unique, which when runeforged can get one of several different outcomes. Now, there is still so much more that you can
They're
craft
just
with
adding
remnants.
every version of
There are
Foulborn
also
they can think
100
of, and
new
I love
runes,
it.
as well as many other new crafting currencies.
New runes?
This
Hell
is
yeah.
the Runes of Eldur after all, and some of these runes have quite powerful effects. Eventually, you will find the island that Gwenin has been holed up on. It turns out that she has found the tomb of an ancient Kalguran, Medved. While she appreciates you coming to her rescue, she is still keen to blow open the doors of the vault and take whatever you can find inside.
Don't we fight Medved in PoE 1 already?
It's
I don't
just
know
a
the
shame that
lore there,
Medved
just
isn't
don't
as
care
dead as
enough
you
for
previously
Expedition.
assumed.
Okay, I see. Isn't as dead as we assumed. I understand now. Trade offer you get boat league,
Now,
but
after you've
Expedition.
defeated Medved,
yeah.
you will find another logbook.
Like before though, no matter which objective you choose, going to towers to see what's out there is always a good idea.
Really?
The first time you do that
Really?
though, something new happens. The earth shakes. and a gigantic fortress rises from the earth. A remnant of the ancient Precursor civilization. The cataclysm of the beast has caused an ancient protocol to be invoked. Should corruption ever take hold to this degree, the world must be scoured and purged of corruption. You will need to make your way into the fortress and activate the gates. Gain the keys to reach these ancient Precursor weapons, and disarm them. But this will be no easy task. The fortress has many areas to explore and many new things to find. You will power up ancient machines.
This looks cool as fuck.
Fight new and deadly foes. Discover many new areas. And uncover some dark secrets. Which replaces all monster packs in the area with strongboxes.
Ambush Scarab of Containment, is that you?
Now we had an Atlas passive tree before, but it was one of the areas of the endgame that just wasn't up to scratch. The Atlas tree now works quite a lot differently. We have significantly upgraded the kind of mechanics that you can find on the Atlas tree. Like this one, that gives a chance to make rogue exiles you fight retreat from combat and move to an adjacent map.
Okay,
Before you fight them again, they'll upgrade their gear and come back with a grudge this time.
Oh, fuck yes. I want to have grudge matches against rogue exiles.
You get points from every single area you complete in the fortress.
This
And unlike
looks
before,
sick.
that means you can allocate the entire Atlas tree. Yes, this whole tree can be yours. This change is pretty important, since it allows us to be able to create many types of bonuses that we wouldn't have been able to create before.
What
Like this one, which gives a chance for cities to be invaded by another faction, and can even allow it to contain 2 faction leaders, allowing you to get 2 crisis fragments. Do you want your powerful boss maps to contain more essences, summoning circles, or rogue exiles?
Rogue exiles, rogue
But there's
exiles,
also nodes that
rogue
contain more
exiles.
unusual things. Now, I could probably nerd out about cool stuff in the tree all day, but we should probably get back to the fortress.
No, keep nerding,
Now,
keep nerding.
one of the
Keep
really
nerding.
important
I love
things
it.
we wanted to do was some maps might spawn as a rogue exile hunting ground,
Rogue
containing
exiles,
multiple
rogue
rogue
exiles,
exiles who are there to
yes.
hunt rare beasts.
Okay.
You have an ascendancy class for your passive tree. Why not an ascendancy class for your Atlas tree? Well, that's where the Masters of the Atlas come in.
This is why I love GGG.
Throughout Rayclast are many opportunities for those with the skills to find them. If you dare to face them, it will be a fearsome challenge.
What the fuck is going on?
That's the new storyline of Delirium. As you can see, it's not only a quest line, there are new mechanics, new crafting options, and new boss fights. After doing a Grand Mirror, the decision of where to spread the fog can be important, because there are some potent emotions that only come from certain map bosses affected by Delirium this way.
Bleh. No.
Like all emotions,
I don't
they can
actually
craft
like that.
special mods onto jewels.
I don't want to
But
have to
these potent
remember
emotions
this.
can create mods that you
I'm-
can't
this
get any
is
other way.
wiki shit. I don't
So
want
for
more
example,
wiki shit.
potent liquid melancholy is an emotion that can only come from human bosses, and allows you to add a variety of on-hit effects.
I don't want to have to remember what bosses
Also,
on what map.
you might want to
Fuck
try
that.
instilling amulets with these emotions. They could have some interesting effects, with some powerful notables that do not normally exist on the tree.
Crown,
Like Storm's
maybe?
Rebuke. When you first open the Genesis tree, you will notice these holes into which you can
Jesus
place your wound gifts.
fucking Christ, what is
Each wound
going
gift
on
can
there?
be used
Too
to create
big.
a different type of jewelry.
Too much.
And must be fertilized with hive blood. So for example, this branch of the tree will allow you to control which base types of amulets can be birthed.
It's kind of cool. If she's going to be so strong, it's going to be a mandatory
And as you go
mechanic,
deeper,
just
it will
like it
even
is
allow
in
you to create
Fury
new
1.
base types that you can't get anywhere else.
It's better than
With
the
15 points to
existing
allocate,
Genesis
you will have
tree
to
in
choose
Fury
wisely
1.
how you want to specialize your
I will
crafts.
admit, but I think it's
But
going to be
worth
too
noting that this
strong
tree doesn't
again.
have any
It's so fucking funny that they're
These
showing us
encounters
on
are
a melee
particularly rewarding for
character
wound gifts.
when
So you'll
hives
want
are
to do
so
as many of these as you
fucking
can
painful on melee.
and defeat the Breach Lords.
Can't wait to completely ignore this mechanic, even though it's going to be
And doing these
overpowered
encounters
as
is what
shit
will give you
and
access to
mandatory.
fight Zesht. You will also be gaining
I might
points
go
for the
SSF
Breach
this
Atlas
league.
tree. There's also some nodes that affect the Genesis tree, like this one, which will cause Zesht to drop his head, which when returned to the Genesis tree, will grow a grasping orchid on the side of it. You'll have to experiment to find out what this thing is good for. Putting rings on its fingers seems to make it happy.
What the fuck? Wait,
So that's a
grasping
rundown
mail?
of what you can
Maybe?
expect from the new Breach questline.
Yeah, I'm thinking this
There's
will
a
be
new
like, the best
stabilization mechanic for
SSF league
breaches.
we've had so far. And possibly
Hive
the
encounters.
worst trade league we've had so far. Yeah.
Now, an important change to the rewards of Ritual is that all the items in the reward window are now uniques or omens, making
Oh.
this league's rewards much more valuable than before.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
In order to gain an audience with the
Fucking
Remnants
hell.
King, you need to sacrifice tribute to him. Any remaining tribute you don't spend can be
Okay,
sacrificed this way to fill up
sick.
this bar.
I
You can
believe
also
you'll get
sometimes
there.
get offered
Mage
specific
blood,
items
mage
that will
blood,
be added
mage
as
blood,
rewards.
mage blood, mage
So in
blood,
this
mage
case,
blood, mage
you'll
blood,
have to
mage
choose
blood,
if you want to
mage
get
blood,
5 Chaos
mage blood.
Swords or a Mage Blood. A difficult decision, I'm sure. Now, as this is one continuous ritual,
The most
the
difficult
encounters in the
decision of
next
all
map
time.
won't start from scratch. And add another map boss to continue until the ritual of the
Full
Nameless
map
is complete.
bosses.
It will take 5 maps in all, and it'll be an incredible
Holy.
challenge. You thought fighting 5 map bosses at once was hard? How about 6? Or this
Oh
one,
my
which makes
God,
maps during the
yes.
right have more.
Just gonna drop this here. I think my chat had a great take on what you can do with 6 ritual bosses.
These are called challenge leagues after all. Where are all the challenges? Well, players of Path of Exile 1 will be used to the fact that each league comes with a series of challenges that you can complete in order to prove that you are indeed the best.
Challenges?
We haven't done these yet in Path of Exile 2, but it's time to change that. If you're able to complete them, you'll earn pieces of the
Ooh,
Knight of
that
Elder
looks
armor set.
good.
In addition, you'll get a statue to put in your hideout showing
That looks
anyone you
way
trade
better
with
than the
how many
totems.
challenges you've
That
completed.
looks way better than the totems.
You'll earn the first piece of the armor set after doing 2 challenges.
Let's start with the Huntress's new class, the Spirit Walker. The Spirit Walker has developed an affinity with the Asmerian animal spirits. She is able to infuse the power of multiple spirits at her choosing. But
I
that's not all.
kind of want to play
The
this
Spirit Walker has other
ascendancy,
powers
actually.
beyond wisps. Next up, we have the Monk's new ascendancy class, the Martial Artist.
That artwork looks
After decades
sick.
of training, he has mastered 3 of the 7
Holy
hollow
AoE.
techniques. By doing this, he can gain the benefit of extra runes. Just open your inventory and add the runes. There is one that
Okay,
counts
that's
as a
pretty
helmet,
cool.
2 as a body armor, 1 as gloves, and 1 as boots. Now, when I
Yeah?
equip these, they become literal fists of stone, and not only grant me a bunch more evasion and energy shield, they
Jesus
now also
fuck.
grant a lot more damage, some maximum resistances, and a significantly higher amount of life gained on hitting enemies. Twisted Empyrean is a 2-handed mace made from the purest of Verisium,
Starborn
combined with the
Onslaught.
beast's
It looks
corruption.
sick.
It converts all of your mace's skills fire damage to cold, and
That
visually
looks
does so too,
amazing.
turning your volcanic fissures into glacial ones.
Oh, yes.
This space also comes with its own built-in skill, Starborn Onslaught. Using Glory, you can leap backwards, throwing your mace at the ground, creating Verisium fissures, before calling behind it a storm of cold metallic bolts from the stratosphere.
Oh, fuck yes. No new class
The
mission,
Raven's
yeah.
Flock
No
is a
swords.
staff perfect for minion characters. Not only does it grant spirit reservation efficiency and minion damage, it also allows your minions to inflict grueling madness on hit, slowing enemies and making all other slows on them more powerful, for maximum crowd control.
Pretty cool.
That's not where this item shines though. It grants a skill called Spiraling Conspiracy. This skill causes a flock of ravens
RF?
to circle you, dealing damage over time to anything near them.
RF.
Killing enemies, or just by standing near unique enemies, causes the
RF?
flock to grow, getting larger and larger.
Righteous Fire.
For your
Righteous
PoE 1
Fire?
players, you can think of this just like a Raven Righteous Fire. That's not all, however. These ravens are also
Anyone
minions,
checked on Pox
so they
recently?
fully scale with minion damage and come with their own command skill.
This could actually
Mad
get me
Flight.
to play RF.
This command skill causes your flock to create a tunnel of deathly damage between a set of illusory mirrors, obliterating anything in between.
Okay, you could actually get me to play RF with this.
The Ordained is a new spear, mastering in physical and lightning damage, with high critical strike chance too. This spear allows you to leech life not only from physical damage, but lightning too. It also creates a fragment of divinity nearby periodically. What are those? Well, this spear has the skill Righteous Descent, which is an
Jesus.
epic divine leap, aided by angelic wings. If you use the skill when a fragment of divinity is nearby, it will become empowered, dealing significantly more damage gaining massive area of
Giga Leap
effect,
Slam.
and bypassing its cooldown.
Leap Slam of crack.
When fighting a boss, last but not least, we have a new unique jewel.
Voices!
Voices is simple. It consumes 1 jewel slot to add more. There are versions that add 2 jewel slots, 3 jewel slots, and
Higher
for those who
number
are
is better
absurdly
this
lucky
time.
or rich, one with 4 jewel slots. Equip it and notice the slots appear next to your character's portrait in the center.
Okay, that's such a good implementation
One
of
of the
voices.
things as this is an in-game expansion, it makes sense that we would work on Atlas QOL. We've added a search box that updates live as you type. Have a specific map you want to run?
Very good.
Now, they will be much easier to find.
Very good.
If there are multiple
GGG.
maps, hitting enter will move you from map to map.
Very good,
Now,
GGG.
making a character build in Path of
Port
Exile
that to
2 can be
Delve and
pretty
Peary 1,
complex.
please.
And instead of designing a build yourself, many players enjoy following online build guides. We have a pretty awesome community that has built many tools over the years for designing builds, but we wanted to improve the experience of following them. So, we are introducing a new build guide system directly into the game client. Here's how it works. Community creators who write build guides can now create a new file format, a build file.
I'm gonna have to learn how to. Oh, fuck.
Once downloaded, the builds appear in the in-game client, and selecting one will show you everything you need to know to make that build. So you can see
This
all
is
the
gonna
passives
be
you need to
work
allocate,
for me, I think.
ascendancy points you need to take,
I'm gonna have to learn new
skill
tools.
gems you need to equip, and recommendations for all
Hey,
the
local
support gems you need to
identity.
use as well.
Local identity.
For items,
Could we get
the
some
build designer can
features?
specify which uniques to use in each slot, or if needed, just add some notes to the item slot to say what kind of item you need. In fact,
Get
build creators can
fucked,
add
Mobilitics.
notes to just about any of these areas, allowing them to explain different trade-offs
This
in
is
context,
so good.
or just give more
Holy,
info
this
about
is
how these
so
things should
good.
be used. They can also give level ranges to each element, allowing recommendations to change over time.
This is so
Great for builds that need to
good.
respec after they reach a certain level.
This is so good.
Now, all of this is written in a standardized build format that creators can
local
use.
identity time.
And we imagine that a lot of community build tools will be updated to add support for this format. Now that we have trade market searching built into the in-game client, we have added the ability to price check items you can find more easily. Control-Alt-clicking an item will now search for it on the trade market, showing you the current prices. For rare items, it's handy to exclude some mods, so we added the ability to enable and disable each mod so you can see what effect each one has on the price.
Very nice. Rip away can trade. I'm not
Next up,
complaining.
we're going to be talking about
I'm
the
not
new
complaining
supporter
about
packs
that.
for Return of the Ancients. The Fragment Stash tab is finally coming to Path of Exile 2.
Oh, thank fuck.
and with it,
Now that the endgame is up to scratch, we have to start talking about our plan for 1.0 release. The feedback we've had during early access has been critical for making all the improvements that we'll be making to the game.
Okay.
At the same time,
Didn't
we've had
expect
to create
this
enough
discussed
in-game
today.
content to make an RPG that can call itself a successor to Path of Exile 1. Well, with 050, we now believe we have reached that point. And so this is going to be the last full-size league during early access. That's right. The next big update is going to be 1.0.
I was wrong.
Now, normally we would do our next big content release in August, but in the run-up to full release, our plans take a little longer on this one. As big as 050 is, 1.0 is even bigger. So we'll be launching 1.0 this year sometime after ExileCon. But that doesn't mean we won't be doing updates in the meantime.
December 1.0,
In this
I
final
was
phase,
wrong.
we have a lot of things to
I
polish
was
throughout
wrong.
the game
I'm going to
and
get
balance
so
to
many
improve.
Discord pings.
I'm sure there'll also be feedback about the new endgame that we need to incorporate too.
And there you have it. That's my reaction to the 0.5 announcement stream. Some pretty amazing stuff, right? I'm very excited to see where this league goes. I'm very excited to play the many updates. After this video, you can probably expect just an outline of what my league start plans are from me, and then I hope to make build guides for Thorns and whatever else I plan to play or think about playing as we lead up to the league. Unfortunately, I can't publish any of that until we have the patch notes, otherwise it would be disingenuous. So build guides will probably only be coming like a week before the league, But in the meantime, maybe I'll make some other content or something. I don't know. Check me out. Twitch.tv/sillyisLily would be the link to see me live when I can, when my disability and life lets me, usually between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. South African. Again, on days that I can. I try to make that every day, but Buddy does what Buddy does. Anyway, thank you all for watching this video. I did respond to the Q&A in my live stream, but unfortunately it's just too much work to edit all that, and I was also very asleep during that. Like, it was so late at night for me, so yeah, I don't think that's going to be interesting enough for all of you. You can watch the VOD if you want. It will only be on Twitch for like a week or two, but yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe for some build guides and more content as much as I can over the next few weeks, months, whatever lands up happening. I will try not to create a 5-month drought in content ever again, but I'm still learning how to manage this shit with the disastrous state my body's in. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and goodbye.